Brendon Blank. I'm secretary on the board here of the Dodge County Farmers Group. We were just having a cover crop kind of field day tonight. We were looking at different varieties of cover crops, why we plant the different varieties, what our goals are, some challenges and so on. Kind of a unique event in that it brought together farmers and some more we work with a Lake Mississippi Association here, so some of the lake property owners. So kind of bringing them together in kind of a neat way to educate some of the urban people and as well as the farmers, all is kind of have similar goals. For the farmers, I mean, it's with the cover crops. I mean, we're here to grow fertility, increase organic matter, prevent erosion. A lot of those things are also what the lake is trying to achieve by reducing runoff and hopefully having cleaner lake water. So it's something that's mutually beneficial to both parties. This plow was a challenge. We were in some pretty heavy clay soil here. The wheat straw did not get harvested, so we had a lot of residue on the surface and a lot of rain. Things were just wet, and it just never dried out enough for the crops to really take off and perform to their potential because conditions were difficult. I mean, some of this same stuff I've got growing in other places, I mean, it's up to my shoulders, whereas here it's barely knee high. So, so the takeaway was, I mean, there's some challenges. I think we're still going to end up with a net benefit out of this because, I mean, you start digging up some of the plants and looking at the nodules underneath some of this vetch and stuff. There's a lot going on underground, even though what's above ground doesn't look quite as thrilling as we'd like it to be. You're trying cover crops for the first time, plan ahead. Know what field you're going to put the cover crops on. What's your goal with that cover crop? What are you trying to accomplish? Is it something you're going to plant after corn, after soybeans, after winter wheat? Before you plant that cover crop, know what you're going to plant in that field next year. So you make sure you plant the right thing to set yourself up for success. If you just kind of go at it and it's like, all right, I got this crop off, I'm going to put a cover crop in there without knowing what you're going to do next year. Is it going to overwinter? So that'd be my biggest recommendation is know what your goals are and have a plan so you can set yourself up for success versus trying to make adjustments so plan the cover crop around what you want your crop to be versus the other way around.